Is your PC ready for Hogwarts Legacy? PC system requirements released. Hogwarts Legacy is set in the 1890s and follows a student starting at Hogwarts in the 5th year. As the player is starting at the school later than other students, a Wizard's Field guide is given by the Ministry of Magic. Completing sections of this guide through exploration provides additional information and experience points. The player character, who holds the key to an ancient secret that threatens to tear the wizarding world apart, is capable of manipulating a mysterious ancient magic, and will need to help uncover why this forgotten magic has suddenly made a resurgence and the ones that are simultaneously trying to harness it. The player is able to interact with characters previously seen within the Wizarding World franchise, including Nearly Headless Nick, the Fat Lady, and Peeves. The player character will be introduced to new characters such as Professor Eleazar Fig, acting as a mentor figure to the protagonist. Antagonists featured in the game include Ranrock, the leader of the Goblin Rebellion, and Victor Rookwood, the leader of a group of dark wizards. Hogwarts Legacy is due to release on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S on February 10th. And Warner Bros. Games and Avalanche Software have now released the game's PC system requirements to let gamers know if their PCs are ready for gaming's latest wizarding adventure. The good news is that Hogwarts Legacy's minimum system requirements are on the low side, asking gamers for a quad-core processor, 16GB of RAM, and graphics cards that include AMD's Radeon RX 470 and Nvidia's GeForce GTX 964GB. These are not high system requirements, though it is worth noting that these hardware specs are only targeting 720p 30fps gameplay. If you want 1080p 60fps gameplay, you will need to look at Hogwarts Legacy's recommended system requirements, which list newer 6-core CPUs, and graphics cards like Nvidia's GTX 1080 and AMD's RX 5700 XT. This hardware targets 1080p 60fps gameplay at high settings. SSD storage is recommended to play Hogwarts Legacy, and higher-end GPU hardware will be required for 1440p or 4K gameplay at 60fps. Currently, it is unknown if Hogwarts Legacy will support AMD's FSR 2.0 technology or Nvidia's DLSS AI upscaler. Support for these features would be welcome, especially for gamers who want to target higher frame rates, resolutions, or settings than their hardware would otherwise support. Minimum/low specs. OS, Windows 10 64-bit. CPU, Intel i5-6600 or AMD Ryzen 5 1400. RAM, 16GB. GPU, Nvidia GTX 964GB/AMD RX 474GB. DirectX DX12. Storage 85GB HDD, SSD preferred. Settings 720p 30fps low quality settings. Recommended/high specs. OS, Windows 10 64-bit. CPU, Intel i7-8700 or AMD Ryzen 5 3600. RAM, 16GB. GPU, Nvidia GTX 1080Ti/AMD RX 5700 XT. DirectX DX12. Storage 85GB SSD. Settings 1080p 60fps high quality settings. Ultra specs. OS, Windows 10 64-bit. CPU, Intel i7-10700K or AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. RAM, 32GB. GPU, Nvidia RTX 2080 Ti/AMD RX 6800 XT. DirectX DX12. Storage 85GB SSD. Settings 1440p 60fps ultra quality settings. Ultra 4K specs. OS, Windows 10 64-bit. CPU, Intel i7-10700K or AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. RAM, 32GB. GPU, Nvidia RTX 3090 Ti/AMD RX 7900 XT. DirectX DX12. Storage, 85GB SSD. Settings, 4K 60fps ultra quality settings. Hogwarts Legacy is an upcoming action role-playing game developed by Avalanche Software and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment under its Portkey Games label. The game is set in the Wizarding World universe, based on the Harry Potter novels. Hogwarts Legacy is scheduled to be released for Windows, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch in 2023.